You never know when you're gonna need it. Line cutter. I use the Easy Cut Trilobite in particular, and I have one of these with me on every single dive that I do. I've attached one to each of my BCDs, so I don't even have to think about it, but even if I were to rent gear, I would bring one to slide onto the webbing, or I'd attach one to the wrist on my computer or something like that. Either way, I'm bringing one. Some divers get excited about these big off dive knives, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're cool knives, but they're not super useful underwater. First of all, you're liable to stab yourself with them. Second of all, a smaller knife is almost always more useful utility-wise. You're not gonna use this thing to defend yourself, and if you're gonna stab anything, you're more likely to stab yourself, and it's hard to stab yourself with a line cutter. And that's why I carry a line cutter. Before I had this rule, I was on a dive one time and I didn't have any kind of cutting device, and a manta ray with fishing line wrapped around its fin with line trailing for a good distance behind it swam by me. And if I had had a line cutter, I would have been able to get most of the line off of it. Now, I reached over and got one from one of my dive buddies and was able to get a good chunk of it off, but I could have done more, and that kills me to this day. So I do not get in the water without some type of line cutter.